Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, 9th October 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Captain Barnabas O.C. Esdale, Mrs. Marian Lescott, Mildred Paris, and Mrs. Sylvia Jeffers Mead were the four divisions awarded at the 34th anniversary of Independence celebrations, which took place on Saturday, 7th October at the El Camino T. Willett Park. Esdale was awarded in the field of aviation, Lescott in the field of education, Paris in the field of hospitality, and Jeffers Mead in the field of public service. Captain Esdale's award was accepted by his sister Gloria Morton, while Mrs. Sylvia Jeffers Mead's award was accepted by her son Sylvester Mead. The presentation to the awardees were done by Acting Deputy Governor General Her Honor Mrs. Marjorie Morton CSM and Assistant Permanent Secretary in the Premier's Ministry Margaret Scarborough. Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory, delivering his address, spoke briefly about the awardees.
Mr. Esdale, not just to Nevis itself, as one of the outstanding and senior pilots for LIAT, but clearly very highly regarded from my knowledge of the people with whom I speak with LIAT, very highly regarded. And I think at one time he must have been the senior captain of that airline. And then we have Mrs. Lescott, an outstanding teacher in her own right, but also involved in other aspects of endeavors in Nevis, who has retired from the teaching profession but still continues to give service. But Mildred, you would see from the insert and the description of her service, has been one of those outstanding hospitality givers in Nevis. And we pride ourselves in Nevis as being a hospitable people. And clearly she is an outstanding person in that field. Then we have Mrs. Mead, one of the persons who has worked in so many areas of the public service. And in every area in which she served, she gave outstanding and excellent service.
Her Honor Mrs. Marjorie Morton, CSM, along with the Honourable Vance Amory and armed bodies made their way to the various uniformed bodies that were displayed in the park. Various officials from the Nevis Island administration were present, as well as members of the opposition in the Nevis Island Assembly. Following the Independence celebration parade and toast, a cocktail was held later that evening at the Occasions Entertainment Centre at Pennis. The Independence celebration was held under the theme Youth, Vision, Integrity, Securing Our Nation's Prosperity. The St. Kitts Postal Services joined the Nevis Postal Services on Friday, 6th October, for a march in commemoration of World Post Day, which is celebrated annually on October 9th. The march commenced at the El Camino Willett Park, through the streets of Charlestown, on to the Samuel Hunkins Drive, and concluded in front of the Nevis Post Office. Customer Service Manager in the Nevis Postal Service is Carol Jeffers.
Today we had a march with members of the post office staff, along with some of our counterparts from St. Kitts Postal Services. We were having our march for our month of activities. On Monday, 9th October is designated as World Post Day. So that's why we were having a march today to sensitize the public as to some of what goes on at the post office.
Deputy Postmaster General Rhonda Forbes Williams invited the public to participate in the activities.
As we celebrate our World Post Day globally, We just want to invite the public to come on out and support us as we move from strength to strength.
The Nevis Postal Services will host a series of activities for the month of October to mark the anniversary of the Universal Postal Union, which has been in existence since 1874. This year's theme is Transform to Remain an Enabler of Inclusive Development and an Essential Component of the Global Economy. A bilateral meeting was held on Saturday, 7th October by Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris and Minister of Public Infrastructure the Honourable Ian Liburd, and attended by France's Ambassador to St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency Philippe Ardenaz, and French Foreign Trade Advisor Jacques Chirac. At the meeting held at Camp Springfield, both parties reaffirmed their support for geothermal energy development in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. The federal government has been working with the Terranov to examine the technical feasibility and economic viability for geothermal power in the country, as it is hoped that by the year 2020, nearly 100% of the electricity supplied in the Federation would be produced from renewable energy sources as opposed to expensive imported fossil fuels. The French ambassador said Hurricane Irma has triggered some decision in Paris to move forward with stronger support for your project. Mr. Chiraki, the French Foreign Trade Advisor, is the president of Terranov Geothermal Energy. Terranov, a French engineering and services company for new and renewable energy, specializes in high enthalpy geothermal energy development in the Caribbean and Latin America. Still to come, Ministry of Agriculture to host Hurricane Relief Concert. The details when we return.
Uwali, the queen of the Caribbean, bathed by its crystal shores, is the Caribbean's best kept secret. Nevis is known for its rich culture, which remains entrenched in the island's everyday life. We boast of having the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Culturama. The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36 square mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbean.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free healthcare at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Dr. Timothy Harris, hopes that Financial Information Month 2017 will be a catalyst for conversations about the importance of retirement planning and developing strategies to get there. In a written statement to mark the observance of Financial Information Month in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and throughout the rest of the 8-member Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU, the Prime Minister emphasizes the critical role that financial literacy plays in building strong and resilient households that provide for all family members. Prime Minister Harris adds it is an important life skill that benefits many individuals in making decisions that are difficult, for example, taking a student loan, buying a car, or saving for retirement. Dr. Harris continues, it is also becoming increasingly important for our people to learn to develop very early in life basic personal financial skills, such as preparing a proper budget and creating a savings plan to support their future endeavors. Our youth makes up 47% of our population and must be made aware of everyday financial and business issues that are important for their overall development. We must become investment savvy at all levels and from an early age. For 15 years, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, and the ECCU member governments have been leading the charge in improving financial literacy for a wide cross-section of the population through the Financial Information Month campaign, which they organize each year in collaboration with partner stakeholders such as financial and academic institutions, the media, and community-based groups. This year's theme for Financial Information Month is Retirement Planning, Making Your Golden Years Golden. The Ministry and Department of Agriculture has decided to host a hurricane relief concert for farmers affected by Hurricane Maria in Dominica late last month.
This will be held on the 14th of October, Saturday 14th October. And we are using that activity to kick off our World Food Day week of activities, or month of activities rather. The relief concert, we want to target the benefits to Dominican farmers. Obviously, when hurricanes hit our various islands in the Caribbean, the agriculture sector is always the hardest hit because really there's almost no protection that you can offer farmers for crops. We have greenhouses that are down, which is severely impacting farmers and their abilities to produce food to export as well as to produce food to feed themselves.
Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Hughie Sargent, outlined the purpose of the relief concert.
We from the Ministry of Agriculture thought that it would be a really very welcome gesture from the farmers in Dominica if we could put together something to help them.
Sargent noted that gospel recording artist of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Bridget Blouter, will be the headline act for Saturday's concert.
And she has agreed to come to Nevis and perform for free. We are also targeting a number of local artists. We have the G Band on board. We have quite a number of other artists on board. And this will take place at the Cultural Village on Saturday, the 14th of October, 2017. We're encouraging persons as well to bring some food items, non-perishable food items, as well as toiletries. We'll have a bin to just collect whatever you bring.
Admission for the concert is $20 EC and will be held at the Cultural Village. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Hughie Sargent, added that himself and Dr. Patricia Bartlett are the brainchild of the event. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.